Hiya! I am going to be doing a non-Slimming World recipe. So this is definitely not a Slimming World recipe. It is a Cadbury's cream egg cheesecake. Now there is a reason why I'm doing this. I'm doing it to sell at work tomorrow for Red Nose Day. And I just thought it would be quite nice to do a video of it as it was for Red Nose Day. So you may want to watch it if you're on Slimming World and just, you know, you can maybe sort of drool as I will be doing, because I shan't be having any. Here we go. Anyway, I've got my ingredients. I've just been to the shop to buy this, and because I didn't have any of it in the house, and I will just go through what I've got for you. I have got, now I'm going to make two because I'm going to do one for work, a big one, and, well, not that big one. And then I'm going to do one for my husband to take to work as well. They're not doing Red Nose Day, but it's a bunch of men and I'm sure they will appreciate it. So, I've got 4 packs of soft cheese, 1 large double cream, a Mahusive, because I didn't have any smaller, icing sugar. Heaven knows what I'm going to do with that because I don't do any baking these days, especially with silver icing sugar. 3 packs of, no, they didn't have digestives, so they only had the milk chocolate digestives, so I'm guessing they'll go down okay. I've got 3 packs of those. I've got some vanilla essence, because I didn't have any of that. And I've got these choc and caramel flavour writing icing. It's the icing on the cake, apparently. So I'm going to use those to decorate the top, along with some of these mini eggs. Inside the white cheesecake bit, I'm going to put some of these broken up twisted Cadburys egg things, and I've got some butter. So I'm going to get all my bits and pieces out and then I will come back to you. Okay, I have a dilemma. So that one is fine. That's my husband's cheesecake. That's the tin they're having. Now, I can either do this one. These are all these ones where the bottom comes out. So I can either use this one, which is like a deep one, so you get quite an impressive deep cheesecake, or I can do this one, which is a bigger circumference than that one, but it's not as deep. So, what do I think? I reckon you'll probably get, because you don't want to be mean, I think we're going to do £1 a slice. It cost me £13 to buy it. God. So my husband don't watch this video. Yeah, don't worry, no, it cost me a few quid. Oh, it's all for Red Nose, for charity. So, what do we reckon? I reckon you'll probably get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 good slices, and you're going to get 8 out of that, aren't you? So that's £8 and that's £6. It's a bit of a no-brainer, really, isn't it? They'll have a thinner cake, I think. Yeah. We'll go with that one. And Jess can have the little, the piddly one. Okay, back in a minute. So, in 2 bags, I'm going to do all of it, apart from the icing sugar, obviously. I'm not going to use all of that. But I'm going to use all the biscuits. I mean, it says to use 200 grams of biscuits. This is making 1, so there's 300 grams in there, so I've done 900 grams. So I might get 3 cheesecakes out of this, you never know. I'll see what I can get out of it, I think. So I've put all the biscuits into 2 bags, so I've got 1.5 packs in each, and I've got my trusty rolling pin, and I'm going to proceed to bash them carefully. Do get a bit overzealous. And just gently if you can. I wouldn't do this when you've had, well, you could do it when you've had a bad day, but you just got to be a bit careful you don't go through the bag. Or you can do it like that. That might be safer. So I'm going to crush all my chocolate digestive biscuits. I won't make you watch this because it's a bit boring, isn't it? And I'll come back in a minute. I've bashed my biscuits. Made a hole in one of my bags, but there you go. So I've had to be a bit extra careful. So they're both all bashed up. There's quite a lot there. So I think what I'm going to do is triple everything. So I've got 300 grams of butter in there, which I'm going to melt in the saucepan. I'm just going to push this back because I don't want to melt my blooming mixer. And then I'm going to get a big bowl and I'm going to add the biscuit and the butter and combine it in a big bowl. Rather than normally you would melt your butter in your saucepan and then you would add your biscuit to it, but I'm just doing such quite a large quantity that I'm not going to get it in there. So I've got my big bowl, so I should put it in there. So I'm going to transfer my biscuit into the bowl. And then I shall, once my butter is melted, I shall add that to it. I just think it'll be a lot easier that way around. And then what I will do is put it into my tins of choice. And some of the bits are a little bit big, like that. But on the whole, it's pretty well bashed up. So let's pop that there. Get rid of these. Butter's melting. Get rid of these. Don't need that. Right. So I was just wondering, what is anyone else doing anything for Red Nose Day? Do you do baking? Do you do cakes and then sell them and then give the money to charity? Or we had a couple of things. We did name the teddy bear, and which raised £30, and we've done a couple of the games that came with the Red Nose pamphlets, and there was name Kirsty's favourite cake, and the other one was name the DJ's favourite song. So we've done those, but we've got to wait until 3:30 tomorrow, where you can go online and get the answers. And then what we're going to do is give half the money. Everybody paid £1 to have a go, and then what we're going to do is put half the money to Red Nose, and the other half is like the winnings for the person that did won the quiz. So I think so far we've made, I think we did £10 each on the 2 games, and then £30 for the teddy bear. So we've raised £50 so far, and then we've got the cheesecakes. And my friend who I work with, Stella, she's going to be doing some Maltesers slab tray bake, so which sounds really nice. So she's doing that tonight, so we're going to sell that as well. So hopefully we might get maybe £15 from the sale of the cakes, something like that maybe, I don't know. But yeah, but whatever we raise, I'll put it on Instagram, so those that follow me on Instagram can have a look on there and see how much we raised for tomorrow. So yeah, so I'm going to add now, because that's all melted, I'm going to add that to the biscuit. So I'm going to add it half at a time, if you know what I mean. Pour some in, give it a mix. Now, I found in my years of making cheesecakes that you might think, oh, I haven't got enough, but persevere, keep stirring it in, because the more you stir it in, the more it becomes absorbed within the biscuit, and it does soak it in quite nicely. I mean, obviously you need enough, it's enough to hold. You don't want it too dry, and when you cut a slice, you find that your base is all crumbling. You don't want that, obviously, but equally you don't want it so wet with butter that it's just, it almost becomes claggy. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm just gonna, the last little bit in. all out. Give that a good mix. And then once I've got it into the tins, I will then press it down quite firmly and then pop them in the fridge. So I'm going to give that a good, keep giving it a good mix through, making sure you're getting all your biscuits coated with the butter. There we go. So I'm going to get my tin. Right, I'm going to get my tin that I'm going to be using to start with, because obviously that's the one that I want to be the best one. So make sure that the base is in properly. It's looking a bit skewy. It's because it wasn't in properly. That's better. Right, so how am I going to do this? Pull this over here, can you see? Yeah, see? Let's put that back there. Right. Pouring in how much you think you need. Now, you want it to be, you want it to be fairly thick. Well, I do. I like a thick base. I think a cheesecake wants to be at least that thicker base. Right, so I'm giving it a good press down with my spatula thingy. Now you can go up the sides if you want, but I'm not going to on this occasion. I'm just going to put it literally in the base. So that's one. Then I've got Jason's, which is here. I haven't put so much in that one. I'll put a little bit more in. That'd be mean. Now they've been spoilt now, see, look. Right, so that's for the men. Two. I've got some left. So, what do we reckon? Ooh, I reckon another small one maybe. Do you reckon? I don't know now. See, I got that one. I got that one, which is even bigger. So no, not that one. Okay, not that one. So that one and that one actually is the same size. But this is obviously deeper. Right, in you go, decision made. In the pool, everyone in the pool. Come on, get in. Right. I don't know if I get these all in my fridge. Just as well my shopping's not just been delivered. That's tomorrow night. Has anyone else noticed I do home delivery shopping from Tesco's? Oh my god, I'm having to do it earlier and earlier because I can't get my delivery slots. I think it must be coming really, I don't know whether it's the weather, people can't be bothered to go and they're getting it delivered. I don't know, but or whether they're just cutting down on drivers, I don't know really. Right. Is that a bit? That's the first bit. Right, so I'm going to put this in the fridge and then I'll be back. Right, so they all went in the fridge. Sorted. So I'm now going to whip the cream. So I've got 600 mils of double cream going in. Most of it's over me. Let's wipe my hand. And I'm going to add to that the soft cheese. Now, I think I've gone a bit overboard with this. 600 grams, so 680. What have I got? 3, 6, 9, 12. Hopefully it's not too thick. So, I'm going to put all of these in. I think oh, hang on, no I'm not. Oh, getting all excited, see? I've got to whip this first. So, right, whip this. So, there we go. I'm going to whip this and then I'll turn you off because you don't want to hear this. It'll be really noisy. Right, so I've just whipped my cream. Now, I haven't over whipped it. Just be careful because it's so easy to over whip it. If I put it in and see, can you see it's at that ribbon stage? Can you see it coming off of there? I think you can. So it's, yeah, it's not that gone that beyond. I've done that before plenty of times. Just be a little bit careful with it. So we're going to add now the cream cheese. It's all going in. So I'm going to add all 4 and then I'll come back to you because you want to see me doing this. Right, so it's all in. It's getting pretty full. Can't get much more in there. So I've got to now put in 3 teaspoons of vanilla. So I've got my vanilla. So it's 1, 2, and 3. And then I need 300 grams of icing sugar. So let's just set this to 0. How much are you getting here? Right, so 300. My God. It's going to be like a sugar mountain. Wow. God, this definitely ain't Slimming World. I don't even know how many, there, wow, that's it. Ooh. I don't even know how many sins per slice this would be. God, it's like a fog. Do you know what? I think I'm going to just mix that together gently. And then I'm going to incorporate the icing sugar, otherwise I'm going to get such a pickle. Big spoon. So gently, as you can, put in your icing sugar and give it a very slow stir. make sure you stir around your edges. So of your bowl, get it all in. Oh, God. God, it's all over the kettle. It's like dusting melted sugar. Right, so let's get a clean thingy, she says. There we go. Right, it's quite, yeah, it's a nice consistency. Can you see that? So, what I need to do is get these. Oh, of course, they're all in packets. Open each one, put them on your chopping board. Hang on. Oh. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop these up and put them in the mix. Then I'm going to pour the mix into the bases. Let that set for a little while. Let's get a knife. And then on top, I'm going to decorate, which of course I'm going to have to peel the blooming foil off each one. The Cadbury's cream eggs. These are the mini eggs. So these could have probably done with melting, but I'm thinking if I melt them, A, it's going to warm up my filling, and B, I'm putting it in the fridge anyway, so it's just going to, they are a bit gooey. Right, so chuck this in. Oh, hang on, try and spread it around a bit because I don't want it in one big clump. I mean, there's not going to be masses for everybody in a slice of this. Do you know what I'm going to do? I don't think there's going to be enough. I have got a secret stash of chocolate. I'm going to put some of that in. Everybody has a secret stash of chocolate in their fridge, don't they? Right, so I chopped up the chocolate and I've added that in. So I will give that a bit of a stir. See what you do for Red Nose Day. Give away your secret stash of chocolate. God. Right, so good stir in. And and then I'm going to retrieve, God, it's such a state in here, it's such a mess. Retrieve my cheese bases. Oh, carefully. Anyway. Right, clickety clackety. So, I'm obviously going to do these two first because these are the ones that are the best for red nose lads. So I'm going to do these two first. So the men can have what's left. God, not normally quite this unorganised. Right, so in we go with the cheesecake mix. Want it quite thick. This one. Ugh. Lordy. So spread it out as evenly as you can. And then this mixture, the cheesecake mixture, will thicken, obviously, in the fridge, and you'll be able to slice it. Oh, God. Let's just move these ones out of the way. And that one. And then this one for the men. Oh, they're going to get a treat tomorrow, aren't they, kid? They're going to get a treat. Yeah. So, because I haven't got many of the Cadbury's cream eggs, I'm not going to decorate the men's. They're just going to have it like that. They'll be pleased just to have that, won't they, Kim? They will. I've got a little bit more in here. I'm just going to, at a shot, I'm just going to top up one of these with what's left. Waste not, want not, and all that, my mother said. Right. So, somehow, I've got to try and get these to work tomorrow. And I actually walk to work. I think tomorrow I might have to take the car. Right, so, men. Done. Spare tins. Can't swing a cat in here now. So, what am I going to do next? I am going to try and cut these in half once I've peeled them. And I'm going to look at how you are supposed to use this stuff. I don't know whether you're supposed to warm it or whether you just use it. Hang on. Does it tell you? God, I hope so. No. That's not very helpful at all, isn't it? Unless it's inside. Will it be inside? Not a Scooby-Doo, I suppose. Well, do you need instructions? Not really, do you, stupid woman? I mean, honestly, literally. Yeah, there you go. It's a bit skinny line, isn't it? Don't think that's going to show up on my cheesecake, do you? It is quite hard to come out, so do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to warm the kettle. And I'm going to warm them with the lids on in some hot water. So, what a tip. Look, what a mess. What is it, Kim? Is it a mess? Right, so I'm going to take the foil off these eggs and I'm going to cut them in half and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so with a big knife, that was quite easy. Because they're sort of put together, aren't they? They pretty much cut quite easy in half. So I've now got, I'm going to half the eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I can then decorate the two things. I mean, obviously these will come out of here tomorrow. I'm not going to, so you're not going to get the full effect because I can't take them out for you now. But like I say, I will put a photo on Instagram. Pauline Date is my Instagram name, and you can have a look maybe tomorrow and see what they look like without the sides obviously in the tin. So I've just sort of spread them around a bit. Do the same in this one. Oh, I did try the cheesecake mix and it is absolutely lovely. I must admit it's really, I'm really pleased with it. Well, sorry, I've got some chicken in the oven. Just tell them it's nearly ready. So that's that. So there's a few in there, not as many as I'd like, and there's a few in there. So I've got these still to also add. I've just got to wash my hands. Yeah, the filling is really creamy, and you can actually, with only 3 teaspoons of the vanilla, you can actually taste it. It's not overpowering, but it's really nice. It's really creamy and light and quite fluffy. Yeah, and it's got a nice sweetness to it with the icing sugar. So I'm just going to pour in some water into these tubes of chocolate that I've got. These were £2 for 4 in Asda. And I was going to buy bars of chocolate and melt them. And then I saw that and I thought, do you know what? A, it'll be cheaper, and B, it'll be so much easier. You know, I've been at work all day, you know. I can just sort of cut the tops off, undo the tops, whatever you need to do, and make a mess. So I do think they'll be a bit more pliable if I put them. So I'm not going to put them in for too long, in case you're not supposed to do that. Right, so here goes. So I'm literally going to go across. Oop. God. Can you see what I'm doing? I don't know, can you? I'm just doing some sort of lines. It's quite hard to get out actually. It's not the easiest. I think the white should go on last because it's not going to show up that well. And then this is caramel, well that's easier. So God, should it be that difficult? Is that because I put it in the water? I don't know. Oh, darn it. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Let's put it back in. Maybe it's because I've taken it out, I don't know. Right. So I'm literally just going across. And across. God, I've got to do another one yet. Wow. Does anybody else use this stuff? Did they find it really blimmin' hard to get out? God. I think they need to re-look at that. difficult. Right. Let's put a little bit more in here, on that end. That's it. Has that made it any better? Let me just try this. That's a bit better actually. I think it likes being in the warm. I'm going to pop them back in there. Oh, wrong way. Nearly the wrong way up. So, I'll let you have a quick look. This will look much nicer when it's out the tin. But that's what it looks like in the tin. But then just imagine you've got the depth of the cheesecake and then you've got the biscuit base underneath. So this is now going in the fridge, and hopefully we'll raise lots of money at £1 a slice for Red Nose Day tomorrow. But I shall let you know in my next video, so that anybody that doesn't go on Instagram, the next